So last night, a buddy and I were talking about blog, and this video is just going to be for bloggers. I'm not going to be sharing this on YouTube. This is just going to be for the WordPress site. So Jason over at Harsh Reality and I are pretty good buddies. We go back and forth quite often, and he usually just sits there and listens to me asking tons of questions like I have since the very beginning. But everything that I know about blogging, I'll be completely honest with you, is from Jason. When I first started, I went to his site. At that time, I think he had like maybe 45,000 followers, and he had only been around for a couple of years. And I said, that's what I want. I want whatever that guy's doing. So I read all his blogging tips. So anyway, yesterday he writes his post about what is viral. What does that mean? And talking about what he views as going viral. And he brought up a point that I talked to him about last night. And he expressed something that I've tried to express before, but I've never was able to do it quite like he did. And he described how writing and producing content and blogging are two completely separate things. And they're two completely separate challenges. So there is the person that exists, that is the blogger, and then there's the person that exists that produces the content, is the writer, is the creative part. The blogging part is the challenging part. But I think that's the part that the writers out there, because I get a lot of emails from writers. And I'm telling you, I follow some writers that are really good writers. I mean, good writers. And I think what their disconnect is, and what will help, is to understand that the art of blogging and the skill and art of writing are two separate things, and they have to be treated so, or at least in my opinion. And I agree with exactly what Jason was saying, in that if you want people to see your writing, then you have to learn how to become a blogger. Does that make any sense? And then in that blogging, there's one thing that all bloggers that I know that are growing and that their blog is active, it's called obsession. When I first started my blog, and Jason was kind enough to talk to me about and help me and talk to me about blogging, he told me at one point that he was he worked on his blog like 50, 60 hours a week. Think about that for a second. Well, you know what I did? That's what I started doing. I worked my blog for the first couple of years. I mean, I'm not lying. Ask my wife. She got so annoyed with me sometimes because I'd always have my phone in my hand or taking my tablet. My tablet went everywhere with me because it was easier to use. But in my opinion, if you want to grow a blog, not become a good writer, it's not the same thing. If you want to grow a blog, you have to be completely obsessed and consumed with your statistics. I don't know a single blogger that is growing a lot and has a lot of followers that is not obsessed with their stats. I'm completely obsessed with my stats. I'm going to tell you, to me, it's the fun. It's what drives me. So when I see a view, a comment, a follow, I see something on Facebook getting really good feedback. When I see one of my videos on Facebook getting, I had a video the other day, got 1.5 thousand views in 24 hours. I was so over the top about that, I can't even tell you. But I look at my stats, I pay attention to them, I know where my referrals are coming from, I know my links, I watch my Alexa ranking, I look at my Google rank. I'm just all about my stats. So for those of you who are not getting the following that you desire, that's my advice. Number one, I'm going to put the link onto Jason's What is Viral. I want you to read that. Go through his blog tips. Go through my blog tips. It'll help you a lot. It helped me. Take advantage of that that post I put at night. People go right across that because I don't think they understand what it is. When a blogger goes out of the way to produce a link list, go through those links. Connect with those people. Mine are 10 to 15 every single night. The work's done for you. Go through your notifications, and anyone that comments, anyone that likes, anyone that follows you, anyone, interact and engage with that person. That's the art of blogging. That's what most people miss. It's the most important thing. I know people that produce crap content. I mean, it is not good. They got 20,000 followers. So it's not the content. And like, on the other side of that, I know people that write incredible content and they have a couple hundred followers and they don't understand why. Well, maybe the reason is because there's a disconnect between creating that good content and participating as a blogger and learning to be a blogger. And the two, in my opinion, are two very, very, very separate things. So you guys have my contact page on the site. I do respond to those. Take time. If you have any questions, feel free. You are not going to bother me. I respond to every single email. It may take me a couple of days, but I do get to everyone. I take my time. I don't rush through it. I give you all the information that I have. Anything that I know, anything I've learned, any trick that I know, I'll give to you. So let me know if you need anything. I hope you guys have fun out there in the blogosphere.